let's understand simple interest first. So let's take the same scenario. A lent the money to B. The principal is 1000 rupees. Time period is they agreed upon 3 years. And the rate of interest, let's assume, is 10% per annum. So what would be the simple interest? So simple interest is calculated by a formula PTR by 100. Right, you see this 100 is coming because rate of interest is generally written in percentage. Don't do something like 1000 into 3 years because R is 10%. I will do 10 by 100 by 100. No, that's wrong. Right? You write it as just 10. This 100 is coming because of this percentage itself. So simply speaking, 1000 into 3 into 10 by 100. P time period 3, 10% 10 is R by 100 is the formula for that. So this would turn out to be 300 is my simple interest. So for 3 years, based on this amount, the simple interest would come out to be 300 rupees. So what will be the final amount that's being paid? Principal plus simple interest, that's 1000 plus 300. 1300 is the amount that B will pay back to A after 3 years. Now that is what we will get in a simple interest scenario. So the simple formulas that you need to know is simple interest is PTR by 100. And sometimes the question might ask you what is the amount that needs to be paid. So you can also do P plus SI. So first find the simple interest and then do it. Sometimes you might have to use this formula. SI is PTR by 100. So I would take P common. It will turn out to be 1 plus TR by 100. So these are the two formulas that would be helpful for you based on what piece of information is given and what's being asked to calculate. One important thing that will help you to understand is this. So simple interest is same for every year. So let's say I took for 3 years, right? B took for 3 years. The total amount of simple interest is 300. So just for the first year, the simple interest would be 100. That's basically 300 by 3 years. So that's why I got 100. For second year also, I will pay the same amount as my interest. For third year also, I will pay the same amount as my interest. That's why the total interest would come out to be 300. You know, sometimes we'll get to see a question like this, okay? A person took some money from B, took some money from A. He paid the simple interest, or the simple interest for the 5th year turned out to be 100 rupees. Right? So what would be the simple interest for the 10th year? It will be still 100 rupees. What will be the simple interest for the first 10 years together? Right? I know each year it's 100 rupees. So for 10 years, it will be 10 into 100 for each year. So 1000 rupees would be a simple interest for the first 10 years. That is how you'll, use this concept. It will be very helpful. I'll show it with an example. But just keep this in your back of your mind and that would be helpful for you. So let's jump into some sample problems. As we always recommend, pause the video, try it on your own. These questions are on a very basic level. You should be able to solve them based on the concepts we've discussed. Once you've solved or you've given a good shot, look at the explanation to see what's the different approach or it's the same way how we have done it. So 600 rupees is lent out at 10% per annum, simple interest for 3 years. So principal is 600, the rate of interest is 10% and the time period is 3 years. Find the amount after 3 years. It's simply asking you directly. Simple interest PTR by 100. So that will be 180 rupees is my simple interest. And the amount would be principal plus SI. So principal plus SI, 600 plus 180. 780 is the amount after 3 years. A certain sum of money doubles in itself in 5 years on simple interest. In how many years it will be? 4 times. So they are saying if the principal is P, in 5 years time frame, the amount is basically 2P because the amount doubles itself. Right? So basically they are saying the principal and the final amount is basically twice the principal in a simple interest situation. So what is the rate of interest? I don't know. So let me calculate that. A is equals to P into 1 plus TR by 100. If you remember the formula, it's basically P plus SI is PTR by 100. I take p common, I'll get this. Why did I do this? In this problem, it will be helpful because I know amount is 2p and I can simply cancel p. So 2 is equals to 1 plus tr by 100. 1 goes this side. So 2 minus 1 is equals to tr by 100. So what is t? 5. So 5r by 100, 5 ones are 5 20s are. So r is 20% per annum. So now the question is asking how many years it will take to make it 4 times. So I need to get the amount become 4p. The time is unknown. The rate of interest is now calculated as 20%. So amount is 4p is equals to p into 1 plus t into 20 by 100. Right, the same formula, p into 1 plus tr by 100. pp gets cancelled out. 1 goes this side, 4 minus 1 is 3 is equals to t by 5. So t is 15 years. See, this is an approach. Much faster and efficient way for this question is this. As I've already explained earlier, simple interest is going to be same for every year, right? For each and every year, doesn't matter first year, 10th year, 13th year. They are saying a certain amount doubles itself in 5 years. 2p, that's basically p plus si. What is si then? P, right? In 5 years, the simple interest sum of 5 years is p. So what is simple interest for 1 year? If for 5 years the total amount is p, for 1 year it will be p by 5. Right? The question is asking how many years it will take to amount to become 4 times. So amount when it becomes 4p, what is the interest? It's again p plus si. Si should be 3p. For 1 year the interest is p by 5. So how many years it will take to get to 3p? So that's simply p by 5 into number of years as n. It should become 3p. So n will be 15 years. It's simple. Once you understand this, I don't need to find the rate of interest and calculate all of this. I can play around with this concept that each year is the same. So what is the simple interest for 1 year? So how much simple interest do I need and how many years does it take? So this is a very easy and better approach. If you have not understood this clearly, we strongly recommend you to rewind, check this explanation again and try a couple of questions and you'll get a good clarity on this.